Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Big Point Analysis, your favorite segment in your favorite YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching us, and I'm glad to be back for the second or the first analysis on Monday. Now, let us shift our focus to RIGATHI GACHAGUA, because I think there is a problem that so many people have not noticed. The senator is none other than Bill Okello said something that the arrangement of Kenya Kwanza, whereby there is a deputy president who is now RIGATHI GACHAGUA, and there is a chief minister who is likely going to be Mudavadi should Kenya Kwanza form the government. He said that arrangement will cause a lot of problems owing to the fact that the characters who are actually going to assume those positions are Mudavadi and GACHAGUA. Of course, Ruto is going to be the president of that government should Kenya Kwanza win these elections the 9th of August. RIGATHI GACHAGUA is a worried man, and we have reasons to back our point. So one of our reasons is that the caliber of Mudavadi, who is now aged at 67 years, will be 72 years old when Ruto finishes his first term. And by default, we expect Ruto to actually run for a second term, because Ruto now is about 55 years old. So the end of his first term, he'll be 60 years old. He'll want to run for the second term. That will leave him 65 years old by the time he finishes his second term. But Mudavadi will be 77 years old by the time Ruto finishes his second term. That will make Mudavadi almost the same age of Raila now. I think that will be will make Mudavadi, probably will actually, this realization might actually kill Mudavadi's dreams completely, because, and we talked about this in our previous analysis when we talked about the worries of Mudavadi. So that is not our point of concern for this analysis. I was just trying to give you some brief history, or rather trying to create a scenario where we have the kind of problem that we have now, as communicated by Kero Bilo, that is a senator from Mandela County. Now, the senator said Mudavadi is too ambitious and worried about his age. RIGATHI GACHAGUA could also be worried about his age, but in a better position because he's the second in command, and by default, we expect the Kikuyus to come back again to the limelight after Ruto. We don't know the reason why they settled for RIGATHI GACHAGUA, but there might have been succession politics in this arrangement. But again, we remember in Tharaka Nithi, Ruto said that they will finish their 2 terms and leave the mantle back to Tharaka Nithi kingpin, who is by default Kithure Kindiki, and maybe Ndindi Nyoro and the others who are going to assume the leadership. But then Mudavadi has been missing in some of these Ruto campaigns, because could be because of this realization. It could be because of what we're about to talk about now. Because what we think is that the arrangement of Kenya Kwanza, and I think this is also seen in Azimio, the arrangement of Kenya Kwanza, whereby there's a chief minister and there is a deputy president and a president, creates 2 centers of power. The Constitution allows the deputy president to be the person to coordinate the government functions. But in the second arrangement that has actually been brought about by the political realignment and the political agreements, gives the third in command, who is going to be the chief minister, a role of coordinating the government functions. So that is probably the reason why the senator, Bill Okello from Mandela County, made these intriguing remarks. And this could cause a lot of problems to RIGATHI GACHAGUA, to the relationship between RIGATHI GACHAGUA and Mudavadi. The caliber of RIGATHI GACHAGUA is a no-nonsense kind of person. The caliber of Mudavadi. Mudavadi is currently, termed as a weakling, a political weakling. So, but Mudavadi is too ambitious and also worried about his age. And not since in that government there will be some succession politics, the exact thing that we are witnessing in Jubilee government, the succession politics, whereby Uhuru was exiting, but Uhuru had to front someone he prefers. So that's why Uhuru settled for Raila Amolo Odinga and did not settle for Ruto as initially planned. So this same round, Ruto, if Ruto assumes power and finishes his first term, Mudavadi will be 72 years old. We will now be worried, and we will be worried about his ambitions of being a president of the Republic of Kenya, unless Mudavadi has decided to completely forgo that ambition. But if Mudavadi still harbors those ambitions, then we are likely to see a lot of succession politics come 2027. Now that will be now the time whereby William Samoei Ruto will be now vying for his second term, if at all he becomes the president. So the succession politics is likely to play, and it's likely to play in a level that might cause problems, cause a lot of squabbles, political pitfalls in Kenya Kwanza government. So the squabbles are likely to escalate, and there is, because, by default, the president can dismiss a CS, and Mudavadi will be a CS, and the chief minister is not protected in the constitution. So that is just an arrangement by the Kenya Kwanza political agreement. So, but Ruto cannot dismiss Rigathi Gachagua because they are bound together until the end of the first 5 years. Similar to what Uhuru faced when he had Ruto, and however much he wished to dismiss Ruto, he could not do it because the constitution would not allow that. But Ruto could resign or get impeached. Through those measures, maybe Ruto would exit the government, but Ruto declined to do that. So we are foreseeing a scenario whereby now Rigathi Gachagua, who will be protected by the constitution, might decide not to decamp or not to actually resign, but fight from within and assume all the functions that are actually bestowed to him by the Constitution of Kenya. But mind you, Mudavadi does not have that kind of protection by the Constitution, because that is an arrangement that the BBI team wanted to actually bring onto the Constitution, so that that person who assumes the chief minister role would be protected by the Constitution. But then, since that bill was shot down by the courts, the chief minister had to be a backdoor arrangement. This is an arrangement that is just meant to, to quell the political temperatures, and to bring the blocks together because of election. So it's just a tool used to propel someone to the presidency. So probably that's the reason why Ruto is banking on the Western votes, because he has given their son a third in command slot, chief minister. But the chief minister is not protected by the Constitution. So dear viewers, if you're viewing our channel for the first time, if you stumble upon our channel for the first time, please take a moment and subscribe. And perhaps if you're with us, if you're a regular viewer but you've not subscribed, because I would like to encourage you to subscribe, please, because you've been supporting us by giving us watch time hours. So please do take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Now, the caliber of Mudavadi, like we said, a political weakling, but someone who is too ambitious and too knowledgeable, might decide to outsmart Rigathi Gachagua, who is considered to be now despite the fact that he's worked in public service, a DO, but the matters of government, and planning and everything, I think Mudavadi outsmarts Rigathi Gachagua. So Rigathi Gachagua must be a worried person now, because if they come into power and Mudavadi tries to outsmart him in terms of knowledge and everything, there will be a lot of political pitfalls, political squabbles, and we are likely to see Ruto always rushing to quell the temperatures. I think it should be like, so what we are saying is that Rigathi Gachagua is now a worried person. Of course, we like to see such squabbles in the Azimio arrangement, but they will not be as much as what we like to see in the Kenya Kwanza arrangement because of the reversed experience roles. Because in Azimio, of course, they like to have the same problem, but you see, Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua have both served in ministerial posts. Both of them have experience in running the government. So we are not likely to see such competitive war of words, in that arrangement, but we are likely to see more of them in Rigathi Gachagua Mudavadi arrangement. And I think that's the reason why we believe Gachagua is a worried person. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of our analysis, please, I would like to encourage you again to subscribe, to always share our videos, share our channel widely. Help us continue building our audience, and we thank you because now our audience is growing, and thanks to you, we have now hit 2,000 plus subscribers. Though we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers, we still need your support, because who knows, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Now, until we meet again, be blessed.